There are 3 C's in life: choice, chance, change. Thank you for making the choice to take the chance to make the change and to be here. And if you want to change anything, you got to take that chance. And I am glad that you made the choice to be here with me today. Hi, I'm Jan. This is 316 Yoga. This is your yoga from home. This practice today, 1 hour long. If you can stick around for the whole hour, great. If you can't do the whole hour, that's fine too. You do you. You do what works for you. Like I say, it's 1 hour long, but maybe you can't always do an hour, and that's all right. Just showing up is the most important thing. We call this our Yoga Plus day. Yoga plus bar, yoga plus weights, lots of weights today, and yoga plus Pilates. We incorporate all those things just to shake things up and to make ourselves a little stronger. All week long, every day of the week, we practice live, start to finish. Oh my gosh, no cuts, no edits. It's real, just like being in a real class. Check us out, every day is different. And you can do all the practices because you modify them to make them work for you. Every day is different and everybody's body is different, and we have to certainly honor that. The bottom of our screen says, do what is right for your body, your one and only body. Everybody's body is different, so don't hurt it. That's the big thing. Just have fun and don't hurt. That's what I want to focus on. Having fun, it's Friday after all. Don't hurt yourself. Know your body's limits. Honor them. And I promise you, if you stay consistent, there's another C, if you stay consistent with practicing your movements, you will get better, you will get stronger, and you will have what you want. Really, you got to stick with it. All right, so show up, do it, whatever. I have an exciting new variation of plank today that I 100% guarantee that everybody can do. Stick around and you'll do it too. All right, so you're gonna need some props. The props are our usual props for Friday. 2 yoga blocks. We have those just about every day. Buy them if you don't have them. Yoga strap if you want. I'm not gonna use it, but maybe you have, tweaked your practice to be unique to you and you wanna use your strap. A ball, this is called a bender ball. It's a teeny squishy ball. You don't inflate it all the way. We use that to kick up some of the poses a little bit and to make some poses more accessible. It's just kind of fun. Try it. A hand towel, an eye shade for your final Shavasana, 2 hand weights. If you don't have hand weights, that's no problem. Get 2 water bottles, get 2 cans from your pantry, get something for a little bit of resistance. And just get with the program, right? Change. You got to take that chance to change and have some water nearby. All right, the word. Guess what the word is? The word is changes. Changes. Everything changes. That is a given. Everything changes, and what are you going to do about it? You can either go with the flow, or you can lament what was. You can embrace the change and what's happening, or just go back and reminisce. Live today. Live in today. Embrace what you got and use it. Just use it to your advantage. Okay, you got all the props. You know the word. Let's go. Come on up to standing. And as you come up to standing, stress number, we always do that. Lock a stress number in your head on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 to 10, whatever your scale is, smiley face to frowny face, give it a number, assign it, something, so you can come back to it. Oh, change, talk about change. You notice I got a new yoga mat because we were thinking the contrast of colors against my clothes and the mat would be better. Got a new yoga mat, the dog's got new yoga beds. It's fun. It's all good. All right, you're standing. Let's bring our arms into a mountain pose, okay? Hands down by your sides. Remember, this is extended mountain. Mountain pose is arms down by your sides. Send your shoulders back and down, palms slightly facing forward, root into your feet. Just take a moment here, close your eyes, take a deep breath in, through your nose, sigh it out through your mouth. Let it be. Be happy that you're here. Be happy that you've taken advantage of this time to do some self-care. This is your time on your mat where you move your body your way. You are your own best coach. I'm just here to encourage you along the way. But you're your own best coach. You know what you need today. All right, mountain pose. Fingers reach down toward the earth. Shoulders are back and over your hips. You're standing up nice and straight. Crown of the head up toward the sky. Take a big breath in. And a big sighing breath out, root into the earth. Let's do some big arm sweeps. Think earth, because you're grounded, to sky. Lift your arms up as you inhale, reach up toward the sky. Do it again. Bring your arms on down as you exhale into the earth, root into the earth. Inhale, arms sweep up, extended mountain to the sky. Exhale, earth. Inhale, up to the sky. Exhale, earth. And maybe it doesn't feel so good in your shoulders. Maybe you don't lift them so high. You do what is right for you. Think earth, grounding, solid, to sky, lift high. Let's do some side bends. Lift one arm up to the sky, reach it to the side of the room, let the other arm come down your thigh. Lift it on back up, both arms go up, take the side bend on the other side, slide that hand down the outside of the thigh, reach that extended arm toward the side of the room, take those big stretches. Back to center, and a side bend. Okay, you know what? Another thing about change. Here you go, this is a deep one. Take this one in. Few words, but it's significant. Change. Change before you have to. Change before you have to. Make changes every day to grow. You want to grow, you don't want to stagnate, but make those changes, those positive changes, before you have to do something dramatic. Stick with it. How are the side bends coming? Reach. All right, both arms back up, extended mountain, reach through your fingers, give your toes a wiggle, place your hands on your low back, and take a baby back bend. Push your hands into your low back, squeeze your elbows toward your spine. Breathe, look up, 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 up to the sky, or not so far, you know how you want to be. Breathe, big breath in. Exhale, hinge forward, fold forward, fold forward. Let your arms hang freely. You're moving your spine in the other direction. Give your knees a wiggle and give your neck a wiggle too. Let everything wiggle and jiggle. It's good. Everybody jiggles as you wiggle. Go ahead. Let it feel good. When you're ready, sweep your arms up. Come on back to your extended mountain pose. Reach toward the sky. Sigh it out, put a smile on your face. Bring your hands to your hips. Bring your hands to your hips and then send your shoulders back and down. Chest is lifted. Start to come up onto your ball of your feet. Balls of your feet. How's that? All right, lift and lower. Keep your heel behind your toes. Breathe. You could have a chair here. You could have your countertop here. Lift and lower. You could be brushing your teeth in the course of the day and doing your heel lifts. Add it in. Add in your fitness everywhere you go. Don't just do your yoga on your mat. Live your life, moving, breathing, changing, growing. All right, how you doing? Keep lifting, lift and lower, wake up your calves. All right, sometimes change is painful. We get in that, comfort zone. We don't want to change. But nothing is as painful as staying stuck somewhere you don't want to be. Oh, isn't that the truth? All right, come on down to your heels. Lift your toes up. Give them a wiggle. How do your calves feel? Oh, my goodness. All right, let's windmill our arms. A lot of times we do big arm circles. You can do that if you like those. Let your arms circle and bend your knees. Or today I'm going to windmill my arms. I'm going to turn one toward the back of the room, then the other. Got the hips moving too here. Get into the shoulders. Wake them up. If it doesn't feel good, take a variation that feels good, but just move your arms. Take the arm circles in the other direction if you're windmilling them. Or if you're not, take them in the other direction as well. All right, you're waking up. Arms down by your sides, shoulders back and down. Take a big breath in, and that big sighing, audible breath out through your mouth. Big coat swing. Adjust your feet. Adjust your stance. Let your arms hang heavy and twist from side to side. This is an important one. Use controlled twist. We're going to do a twist today. You know how we do boat pose? And sometimes we row the boat. We're going to do that today. And we're going to up the challenge by holding onto our weights while we do it, if you want to do it. And this little twisting motion right here, right now, waking up your body, letting know good things are coming so it isn't a shock. Nobody wants to be shocked. You want to be prepared. And you are being prepared for the future by doing your yoga. All right, let's finish up. Come back to the midline of your body. Ragdoll pose, a fun one. Hinge forward. Bend in the knees. Hands to opposite elbow creases. Look down towards your feet. Look down towards your knees. Look up toward your belly button. Little bend in your knees. Nobody's watching. Take what feels good. Toe heel your feet further apart. Maybe you want to toe heel them even farther apart and let your belly come between your thighs. It's all good. The idea here is to decompress the low back. That's what you're after. Start to gently sway one elbow toward one knee, then the other elbow toward the other knee. Sway here. Oh, such a good pose. So it's a little bit of an inversion too. So you got the blood rushing to your head, which helps you think better, helps you be happier. And you're getting that nice sway going, decompressing your low back, decompressing your spine. Let the crown of your head hang even more toward the earth. How do you do that? Tuck your chin more to your chest.
Finish up in your ragdoll pose, which you will do several times today, I hope, after you've been seated at your desk for way too long or watching Netflix for way too long. Stand up and do your ragdoll periodically. Give your toes a wiggle, release your fingers to your mat, come on down to your child's pose. All right, child's pose. You can use a block or no block at all. You know what you can do with the block. It can bring the ground up to you. Knees together, big toes together, hips back to your heels. You can put your chest, your forehead onto your block, arms down by your sides. You could rest your forehead on your block or bring your head down towards your mat. Breathe. Child's pose. Tight little pose. Be concise here. Roll it on up, but keep your neck long so it's your forehead on your mat, not the crown of your head. If you can't get the forehead on the mat, put that block there. No big deal. We got to get over this whole feeling of, oh, failure. Oh, I can't do it. Oh, yes, you can. You can do it because there's lots of ways to do it. In fact, there's another way to do child's pose. It's called an extended child's pose. Spread your knees wide, bring your big toes to touch, hips back to your heels. Reintroduce that block if you want, or send the block to your top of your mat. I'm going to do that because I want to get into my shoulders. Place your blocks. Place your hands on the block. Rest your forehead down on the mat. Knees spread wide. Lengthen through your spine in either pose. If you're in extended child's pose, push into your hands. Push into the block. Send your tailbone back even farther. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Engage Ujjayi pranayama breath if you like. It helps you focus on you. And who is more important? Really, who's more important than you? If you're not healthy and strong, you can't help others. So be strong. Let's go. Lips are closed. Breathe in and out. Let it be. Shoulders, you're feeling it. Oh, loving it. Movement is so good. That's what our bodies crave. When you're ready, press on up. Come on up to a standing on your knees position. Grab your yoga block and let's do toes pose. Tuck your toes towards your shins. Place the block behind your heels if you like that. Maybe you want to sit right on your heels. It's all good. I'm going to sit on my heels. I'm placing my hands on my thighs. I'm going to work my neck. How about you? Let's tuck our chin to our chest, chin up toward the sky. Oh, feel that stretch in the front of your neck. Chin to chest, chin to sky. You take this as deep as you like. What feels good for you? That's what you need to honor. Come back to a natural position with the gaze forward. Eyes can be closed. Turn your neck from left to right, right to left. Just move. Settle in here. Soften in the shoulders. Just turn your head to the amount that's right for you. Imagine, if your eyes are closed, imagine sending your gaze even farther to the back of the room. If your eyes are open, look to the back of your room. You got it. Breathe. I think the best thing about doing this neck work, let's do neck circles now if you desire. If neck circles don't feel good to you, don't do them. Just let your head be fluid on your shoulders. You got a good head on your shoulders. You decided to do yoga. You took the chance. Move that head on your shoulders. It's amazing how it can pivot around, isn't it? Best thing about doing the neck work, aside from the movement and flexibility, is it gets your mind off your toes. All right, let's come out of toes pose. Gaze forward. Come back onto the tops of your feet. Come on back using either two blocks by your sides to push into the blocks. Come back onto the tops of your feet. Let your knees pop up, but keep the knees together. No blocks? Don't worry about it. Bring your hands down to your mat. Let your knees lift on up. Breathe. Oh, stretch out the ankles in the opposite direction. How does this feel? Rock a little bit. Breathe. Breathe. You got it. You got it. All right. Let's do some cat-cow. More neck mobility, more spinal mobility. Oh, goody, goody. Hands down on your mat. Shoulders over your wrists. Knees underneath your hips. Back is flat and neutral. Crown of the head and tailbone lengthening in opposite directions. Push into the earth with your hands and your feet. There's a little bit of core work in anticipation of your new variation of plank. Lengthen, press, exhale, chin to chest, tailbone under, arch your back. Inhale, cow. Tailbone, crown of the head lift. Really accentuate that bottom, that tailbone going up to the sky. Tuck it under, navel to the spine. Push into the earth. Take it the other way. Cow pose, crown of the head, tailbone lift. Oh, let it feel good. Do a couple of these and be sure to marry your breath to it. Exhale, cat. Just becomes natural because you want to hollow out your belly. Be a Halloween cat. Press into the mat. Inhale, cow. Oh, let it feel good. Breathe. Most important part. All right, that's your cat-cow pose for today. Let's do a fire hydrant pose. All right, so, no, let's do bird dog first. All right, let's do bird dog first. In your bird dog pose, you might want to have a ball. If you have the ball, it makes it more of a challenge. If you don't have a ball, don't sweat it. It's no big deal. I'm going to place the ball under my right knee. It creates an unstable surface for my knee. Oh boy, that's for sure. All right, draw the right toes toward the shin so you can balance on this right knee. Hands are still, wrists under your shoulders. Maybe lift up in the opposite knee, the left knee. Just kind of feel what this feels like. Ooh, your quads are engaged, aren't they? I'm going to send my left leg long. I'm going to drive my heel toward the back of the room. Unstable surface, or if you prefer, come off of the ball and just do it on the ground. Press into the earth and hold here. Left leg is lifted to about hip height. Push hard into the earth, stay strong, your back is nice and flat. Leg is at about hip height, dial the left hip down so hips are equal distant to your mat. Right hand, this one, send it long to the front of the room. Stretch, reach. What do you got? Stretch, lengthen. Draw your toes of your left foot towards your shin. Push, reach. You've got it. Little variation, if you like. Tuck your elbow to your knee under your belly button. Reach. Don't skimp on the reach. Elbow to knee, if you like. Just try it a little bit. If it doesn't reach, no big deal. Keep at it. Be consistent. Maybe tomorrow it will. Breathe. Couple of those. Big last stretch. Finish up. Hand comes down. Knee comes down. Oh my gosh, that's not easy, is it? It's a challenge. Other knee. Ball goes under it. So ball under the left knee. Press into the earth. Left toes drawn towards your shin. Press into your mat. You're strong. Lift that right leg up. Maybe, send it long. Drawing the toes toward the shin. Right hip, dial down. Push into the earth. Breathe. Breathe. Stay right here, if you like. Or, add in the opposite arm, the left arm. Reach, stretch, press the heel to the back of the room. Fingers to the front. Hold it, hold it. It's kind of fun, isn't it? If you like, elbow to knee. Once, twice, nonce. You decide. You decide. Just challenge you. Have fun and challenge and be. All right, I think it's the last one. Reach, finish, hand and knee come down, both knees down. Take a brief extended child's pose. Remember, that's knees spread wide, hips back, arms reach. Woo! Push into your hands. Send your tailbone back. Breathe. Stretch it out. You got it. Ooh. New variation of plank coming up. Actually, 2 variations. You decide. All right, come on up. Neutral tabletop. Take your ball behind your right knee. Now it's time for fire hydrant. Neutral tabletop. Start to lift your leg to the right side of the room. Now, toes are drawn toward the shin. Helps on the right foot, the one where the ball is, helps you hold on to that ball. You could also do this with your weight, if you like. Lift and lower. I don't think the weight is as much fun. The ball is more fun, especially when we do our donkey kicks. You can also do this with nothing at all. You decide what you need today. That's what we should do every day. Decide what you need every day in everything, on your mat and off your mat. All right, lift and lower. You got it going. Time for donkey kick. Hover the right knee next to the left. Bring the right knee back, just like you did as you set up for your bird dog. Start to kick yourself in the bottom. Kick. Breathe. Don't forget your hands. Push into them. You're looking down kind of between your thumbs, kicking your heel toward your bottom. Lift the leg a little bit higher. Why not? Whew, how does that feel? Very similar feeling in the right front hip flexor that we get when we do our lunge, isn't it? Breathe. 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 Check out your hips. Is the right hip equidistant as the left hip is to the mat? Squeeze that ball good and tight. Now kick your foot up toward the sky. Little teeny pulses. That's what we do in bar. Little teeny pulses. Oh my gosh. Don't underestimate the power of the pulse. Yikes. Push into the mat. Pulse the foot up to the sky. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Have you had enough yet? No, never enough. I've always thought we should extend this practice to a 90-minute practice. What do you think? All right, come on, bring the knee to hover next to the left one. Just hover it above the mat. Don't set it down yet. Now set it down. Whew, how was that? Side number 2, the left side. Place the ball behind your left knee. Neutral tabletop. You know this one. Lift up the knee. Draw the left toes toward the shin. It is time for your fire hydrant. Dawn. I know you call this Dalmatian. It's a kinder, gentler name for fire hydrant. So you're lifting the knee like a little dog or a big dog, right? Hi, Stan. Hi, Fiona. Hello to Esther. Hello to Linda. Hello to Tammy. Hello to Roger, Kelly, Connell, Steve, Jim, Marietta, Kelly, Tina. It's all good, right? How are you doing? Lift it. Lower it. Oh, it's your fire hydrant pose. Your hips will love you when you go for that walk in your beautiful, sunny, warm south. For those of you up north, oh my gosh. Those of us in Colorado, it's so cold. I think it was -2 when I took the dogs out this morning. All right, hover the knee next to the other knee. Dial the left hip down. Time to send the leg back. Remember bird dog pose? Knee is lifted. Hips are equidistant to the mat. You're strong pushing into the mat. Start to kick yourself in the bottom. Kick, kick, kick. Don't you love the burn? Embrace the burn, right? Breathe. Guess what's coming up? We're going to do a downward facing dog and a couple extended mountains. We're going to flow through that. Then we're going to do the 1-minute plank. Your way. Stick around. I promise you can do it. All right, kick your bottom. Kick it, hold it tight toward your bottom, your heel toward your bottom, and pulse it up, up, up. Breathe. Left hip, dial it down a tad. Ooh, you really feel the right quadricep or the right glutes engage. Breathe. Breathe. Keep it pulsing. Keep it pulsing. We got so much to do today. That means we just got to do it faster, right? All right. You do it your pace, however feels good. And don't belittle yourself. No room. It's not a negative zone. Don't let yourself should on yourself. Don't say, oh, I should have done it this way. Should have done it that way. You're doing it exactly right. You're doing it. All right. Oh my gosh, we've done it all right. Bring your left knee to hover next to the right. Push into the earth. Breathe. Left knee comes down to meet the right. Remove the ball. Take it away. Wide-legged child's pose. You know this. Knees wide, big toes touch, arms reach. Stretch it out. Breathe. Even it out. You got it. Your spine is long. The crown of your head is long. Your shoulders are reaching. Let's press into our hands. Bring in your hands under your shoulders. Bring your knees back under your hips. Tuck your toes towards your shins. Downward facing dog. All right. A very classic pose in yoga. What you want to do, you're looking at your feet. Have them hip width distance apart. Heels slightly elevated. Look to your hands. Hands should be shoulder width distance apart. Press your fingers into your mat like a gecko. A little more press into the thumb and the pointer finger. Eases some tension on your wrist. Tailbone high. Breathe. Your body is an inverted V. Breathe. When you're ready, walk your feet up to meet your hands or your hands back to meet your feet. Inhale, arms sweep up, extended mountain. Reach high, take a baby back bend. Exhale, hands to the prayer center. Fold forward, walk your hands out to a downward facing dog. Shoulders are out, feet are back. Adjust, always adjust. Pedal your heels, shake your neck is loose. Your gaze is to your knees or to your belly button. Push hard into the earth, sending your tailbone to the sky. Still your heels, walk your feet to your hands or your hands to your feet. Inhale, arms sweep up, extended mountain, little back bend. Inhale, arms go back up. Exhale, hands come through prayer center, fold forward. Walk your hands forward, downward facing dog. Down dog, another pedal, another neck shake. You got this, you know this pose. Awesome. Even move your hips a little bit. Really accentuate the heel touchdown. Let your feet relax when you're ready. Let's take this downward facing dog to a plank. Come down to your knees. Hover it here. You're doing a bear plank. Hold it. Now come on down to your mat. Maybe grab a drink, and I'll tell you about the pose that I promise you can do.
you take the plank variation you want. I'm going to show you 2 different ways. All right, you're new to planking. If planking has been intimidating to you, no longer. Today is the first day you will do a 1-minute plank all on your own. No judgment. It's absolutely true. Come down to your back with your 2 blocks. Take your 2 blocks into your hands. Lift your arms, wrists over your shoulders. Hands are flat. Press the blocks up to the sky and hold it here. Retract your shoulders, keeping your shoulders back and into the shoulder sockets. And imagine, with your eyes closed, imagine that you are in a classic plank pose. Stay there if that's the one for you. You can do it. All right, here's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to do a different variation of plank. I'm going to use my weights. You take the variation of plank you like. You know what you like. Perhaps hands are spread wide, knees go back, weight is hinged a little forward, and you hold here on your knee plank. Various ways you can do it. You know dolphin plank, you know high plank. You take the variation that works for you. We're going to set a 1-minute timer. That's only there for you to measure, if you want to, progress that you're making. I'm going to take what's called a renegade row plank. To do that, you use your weights. You come into a high plank. Let's do that now. Come into the variation you like. Let's set a timer and let's go for it. All right, 1 minute. I'm going to come into a high plank with the weight in my hands. Shoulders are over the wrists. Legs are long, feet hip-width distance apart. For the renegade row, you lift 1 weight to the shoulder and then back down. Other weight to the shoulder and then back down. You do what you like. Well, you really need these hexagonal shaped weights to do this because you got to have room for your fingers. Breathe. All right, we are just about halfway there. Can you believe it? 30 seconds in. You take the breaks that you need when you need them. If you're in a high plank, a way to take a break is to either drop to your knees or send your tailbone high to the sky and take a down dog. All right, renegade rows, weight to the armpit. We've got 15 seconds to go. Come on now, you can do it. Breathe. We're gonna use the weights a lot today. Don't quit, don't give in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. All right, we all did plank, right? Every one of us did plank. We did it our way, and that's a beautiful thing. All right, water. What do you think of those renegade planks? Let's go. More to do. Whew. All right, a block. Bring it down to your lower portion of your mat. Bring your ball behind your back. If you don't have any of these props, totally fine. Come to fully reclined on your mat. Take it slowly coming down. If you got the ball, put it behind your low back. I'm gonna use the block, lifting my feet up onto the block. Knees open wide. Pinky edge sides of my feet are touching the block. Soles of the feet touch. Lean on back. Keep your hands at prayer center. Little teeny pulses here if you like. If you're down on the ground, you can bring your hands to your temples. You could do it on the ball too. Ooh, it's hard. All right, breathe. Elbows open wide. Little teeny lifts, little teeny pulses. Another option, extend the arms long. Reach like parallel arms. Number 11, reach. Don't forget your knees. Keep them open. Little teeny pulses. Breathe. Take your pulsing to the right side. Hands surrounding the right knee. Pulse. Come up as high as is right for you. Pulse back to the center. Even out. Little teeny pulse to the left. Breathe. Aren't you glad you did those twists early on? Oh, you'll be really glad in a moment. Back to center. Breathe. Back to the right knee. Let's do archer. Arms are reaching. Let the left arm come back. Bend the left elbow. Let it come down. Touch the earth. Back up and reach. Do it again. Elbow touches the earth and reach. Back to center. Other side. Reach to the left. Reach. Pulse. Right elbow touches toward the earth and back up. Doesn't have to touch the earth. You can just come on back and reach. Knees open wide. Don't forget. One more. Finish up. I think I did one more on that side. Oh well. Come back to the center. Breathe. Pulse. Don't quit. Don't give up. You got it. Let's finish. Come on up to seated. How's that core feeling? We're going to do some more. All right, more for the core, right? All right, remove your block. Ball if you want, between the ankles. Come on back down. Guess where we're going? Think Joseph Pilates. Oh, my core feels great. All right, arms down by your sides.
Pilates 100s. Shoulders away from the ears, fingertips reach toward the earth. Ball or no ball, it's fine. Maybe you're just squeezing the ball between your ankles. Maybe you want to get the sensation of that unstable surface, placing your heels on the ball. It's all good. Now, step number 1, lift your arms up and act as if you're patting the ground. The idea is to do this 100 times. You do it as many as is right for you. I'm going to lift my shoulders up. That's a fine variation. And pat the ground. Maybe lift your legs up with the ball or on the ball. Breathe. Breathe. Don't forget to breathe. Pat the earth. You got it. Breathe. Don't count. Or maybe you do count. Maybe you want to count. Breathe. Shoulders are relaxed away from the ears. Fingers reach toward the bottom of your mat. Pulse. Pulse. Maybe legs come a little higher. Maybe shoulders a little higher too. Breathe. Breathe. This is your 100s. Guess what's coming up? We're going to do boat pose next. We're going to do boat with the weight if you want. Breathe. 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 Is that about 100? I don't know. Maybe that's about 50. No, it's a lot. Let's come down. Stretch your arms high overhead. Whew. Breathe. Stretch it out. Stick pose. Point your toes. Point your fingers. Big number 1. That's who you're taking care of. Number 1. All right. Arms down by your sides. Press on up. Boat pose. Your way. You can have a weight or 2 or use your strap. If you want to do boat with your strap, we do that other days. Come back another day. I'll show you how to do that. But today we're moving out quick. All right. I'm going to take 1 weight. It's plenty. All right. Drag your heels back towards your bottom. Sit back like you're in a recliner, right, Betty? You're rocking it on the beach, girlfriend. All right, maybe lift your legs up. Row, row, row your boat with this weight. Elbow toward the mat. Breathe. Chest is lifted. Smile on your face. Twist. 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 You got it. Don't quit. You can do it. Maybe bring your feet on down. You take what is right for you. Let's finish now. Come on up. Ditch the weight. Let's come on down to our backs. Dead bug with alternating limbs. Good for your brain. Lift your legs up. Knees over your hips. Send your feet high so the feet are over your knees. Arms go up too. So you look like an inverted letter U. All right, right leg. Let it touch down. Left arm. Let it touch down overhead. Back up to the starting position. Right arm down, left leg down, touch, back up to the sky. Alternate. Opposite arm, opposite leg, up and down and up. Strong core, strong hip flexors. You got it. Going on, my friend. You can do it. You can do it. Let's finish. Hug your knees in, rock a little bit from side to side. Hug the knees in nice and tightly, and then come on up. Find your 2 blocks. Time to do some lunges. All right, for your lunges, blocks by your sides. Right leg forward, knee over ankle. Blocks are bringing the ground up to you. Left leg goes back, long and strong. Shoulders up over your hips. Arms high overhead. Take a baby back bend if you want. Hold it here, a couple breaths. Big breath in, big breath out. Big breath in, big breath out. One more time. Big breath in, big breath out. Oh, come back up. Arms to sky. Arms to prayer center. Arms down to your blocks. Switch out your legs. Come to standing on both knees. Left leg forward. Knee over ankle. Press into the blocks. Right leg long. Maybe you stay right here, keeping your hands on your blocks. You do what feels good for you today. I'm going to press into the blocks, into my fingertips. Shoulders more over my hips. I'm going to add in my arms. I'm going to send them up to the sky. I'm going to look up to the sky. I'm going to take a baby back bend for 3 breaths. Breathe in and out. 3 breaths. You do it. Big breaths. Stay strong. Breathe. All right, that's about 3 breaths. Fingers back up to the sky. Hands to prayer center. Hands to the blocks. Let's bring our right leg, slide it on up to meet the left. You're going to come to standing. Find your 2 weights. No, don't find them yet. Hold on. We'll do some balancing stuff first. All right, so come to standing. Hands to your hips or have a chair nearby. Lift your right leg up and bring the right foot inside the standing left leg. So take your tree pose. Foot is pressed into the leg. Anywhere you want on the leg, just not on the knee.
Hands can stay on your hips or with the chair, or you can grow your branches and sway them. You decide how you want it to be. I'm going to bring my leg even higher. I'm going to press into my legs. You know what? Sometimes you may think, oh, my leg keeps slipping, keeps slipping. Sometimes it's your tights. Seriously. Maybe try another pair of tights. Some tights are really slippery and make tree really hard. All right, you're swaying your branches. You're in your tree. Let's take it to a one-legged mountain. Maybe hands back to first center. Find your center balance. Let the knee come forward. So your knee's at about hip height. Hold it here. Draw the toes toward the shins. Lengthen up through the crown of your head, and then add your arms in. I think that makes it easier. You're lengthening up. Breathe. Stay strong. Hold here. Right knee is at about hip height. Your left foot is rooted into the earth. You've got this. Let's do a figure 4. Hands to prayer center. Right knee, the outside of it, bring it onto your left thigh. And hinge forward a little bit as you find your balance here. Sink into your left leg and bring your shoulders back over your hips. This is a figure 4. You can kind of see the figure 4 in your legs. Hold it here. Focus. Focus on something that's not moving. Be in the present moment. It's the only place you can make an effective change. Breathe, breathe. Stay right here. Take it to a humble warrior if you like. Take your hands, interlace them behind your low back. Gaze down to the ground. Send your gaze closer to your left foot while sending your interlaced fingers up the back wall. If you fall out, no big deal. Get right back in. Find your balance however you need to. And then finish. Bring your hands back to prayer center. Come on back up to standing. Place the right foot next to the left. Let's do that same little sequence of several poses on the other side. Root into your feet. Just kind of regather your thoughts here. Hands to prayer center. Left leg, take the weight out of it. Bring it into a tree pose, however you like. Bring the sole of the foot to wherever you want, just not on the side of the knee. Press the foot into the leg, leg into the foot. Focus, balance. Look upward to where the ceiling and the wall meet. You've got your tree pose, nice and strong. Sway your arms. Find your balance here. Oh, you've got it. Nice work. All right, hands back to prayer center. Get your center balance. Release the foot from your leg. Bring the left knee forward. Knee at about hip height. You could set a block here. You could set a cup of coffee right there. Not too hot though. Lift, breathe. But you are hot. You are hot because you're working out. And you are hot because you are trying. You are strong. Really engage those right glutes. Stay strong here in your one-legged mountain. Add in the arms. Lift, breathe. You got it. One-legged mountain. Let's take it to a figure 4. Hands back to prayer center. Cross the leg over the knee. Sit low. Breathe. Hold on here. Stretch it out. Put more of a bend in that right knee. Feel it in your left backside. Ooh, it's like reminiscent of going back to doing your bird dog and your fire hydrant. Release your hands maybe if you like. Interlace them behind your low back. Send the hands up the back wall. Send your gaze down to your left foot. Find your balance here. Stay strong. If you fall out, most important thing is you get back in. Hands back to prayer center. Left foot meets right. Come on up to standing. Take a big extended mountain pose. Breathe. Exhale, hands forward. Hands to prayer center, fold forward. Find your 2 hand weights. Come on up to a standing position. All right, a couple little different things with the hand weights today. All right, let's get going. All right, so both hands to your shoulders. Lift and lower one arm, then the other. Do it this way for now. One arm up, one arm down. Breathe. You got it. You got it. All right, now let's do both arms up and then down to the shoulders. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. You've got it. Tee out your arms. Bring the weights toward your shoulders and out. In and out. In and out. Breathe. Let's alternate. One goes in, the other goes out. As you are doing this, look to the arm that's extended. Turn your neck. You got it. Don't quit. Don't give up. You can do it. And then let's finish. Arms go up, high to the sky. Weights meet overhead. Bend your elbows. Work your triceps. Little teeny pulses of the weights. Back down, down, down towards your backside. Elbows hugged in by your ears. Breathe, breathe, breathe. All right, arms go back up. Weights come to shoulders. Weights come down by your sides. Soften in the shoulders. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Widen your stance a little bit. Let's do some cross body punches. Cross body with that weight. Punch. And maybe come up onto one foot or the other in your cross body punches. All right, you can do this. Important for your brain to take your body across the midline in opposite directions. You can do this. Yes, you can. All right, you got it. All right, let's bring our arms down by our sides. Lift one arm up to the sky, cross that body over the midline, cross that arm over the midline. Let the other arm with the weight in it just hang toward the thigh. Breathe, stretch. Come on back up. Both arms go up like extended mountain. The opposite arm comes down. Cross that extended arm across the midline of the body, keeping both feet down, keeping the chin away from the chest. Come on back up. Both weights go high. Other side, first side, repeat. Breathe, reach to the side of the room with your weights. Come on back up. Opposite arm comes down. You got it. Breathe. Come on up. Breathe. Let's finish up, even out the sides. Nice job. Lift both arms up high to the sky. Breathe. Those tricep poses again. Bend the elbows and bring the weights toward the back of your neck. Work your triceps. You got it. All right, arms down by your sides. Now, breathe. Shoulders are soft. Take the weights in both hands. Lift them up overhead to one side and act as if you're chopping wood on one side. Act as if you're chopping wood. So big bend in the elbows, like in our tricep curls. Breathe. Act as if you're chopping wood. Maybe one weight or no weight. The opposite leg is coming up. I'm chopping to the left, so my right leg's coming up a little bit. My foot's coming up. All right, let's come back to center. Weights down by your belly. Hold it here and kind of adjust your stance to the other side. Big piece of wood that needs chopping, so lift the weights up and chop. Let the back foot, this time I'm letting my left heel come up off the ground a little bit. Maybe one weight, maybe two weights, maybe no weights. You decide what you want it to be. Breathe. A few more chops. You can do it. You're going to be strong because you are strong. All right. Let's finish here. Weights down by your sides. Put a bend in your knees. Drinking bird. Come up onto the balls of your feet. Weights. Bend a little bit in your elbows. Weights by your sides. Bring the weights to the back of the room. Bend them again. Bring them kind of to your armpits maybe or to your side. Send them back. Breathe. Maybe you stay flat on your feet. Maybe you come higher on the balls of your feet and sink a little bit lower. Keep your back nice and straight. Now send your weights back and pulse the weights in, in, in. Open up through your chest. Breathe. Put a smile on your face because you can. Be happy for the movement you got. Finish up. Come on up to standing. Bring the edges of the weights together. Feet, in a comfortable stance. Lift the weights up like you're zipping up a jumpsuit or like you're doing a jackhammer. Lift. Breathe. Shoulders are over your hips. You're strong. Breathe. 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 All right, let's finish. Arms down by your sides. You're standing forward, hinge forward. Let the weights come down toward the earth. Come on back up to standing. Let your arms stay heavy and long by your side and just hinge forward and lift the weights. Hinge forward and lift the weights. You don't have to come all the way down to the ground. You just come to what is comfortable and lift and lower and lift and lower and lift. Come back up to standing with your right leg. Step it forward. Step it forward. Let your left ball of the foot come onto the mat. A little more weight into your right leg. Let's do the same thing again. Maybe send more weight into your right leg. Left leg lifts. Weights come down by your sides. Kind of a nice little balance here. Left leg lifts. Now bend your elbows to the sides of the room and lift the weights to the center of your chest, to your heart. It's love month. Breathe. Find your strong balance here. You've got it. Let the weights hang by your right foot. Let your left foot come to meet your right. Don't get up. Stay right here. Send your right leg back to meet the left. Hinge the weight forward into your left leg. Lift the right leg up. Lift it up to as high as is comfortable for you. Maybe it stays down. Lift the weights to your chest. Breathe. Oh, you got it. Are you having fun? You've got to have fun.
Make it fun. Tell yourself, this is fun. This is fun because it's making you stronger, more flexible, more mobile, and able to do the things you love. Weights, hang by the left foot. Stay here. Bring the right foot to meet the left. Look back towards your knees. Breathe. Let the weights go to the side of your mat. When you're ready, roll your spine up one vertebra at a time. Come on up to standing. Nice job. Send your legs wide. Legs wide, think horse pose. Hands to prayer center. Toes are out a little bit more, heels are a little more in. Sink on down, sink on down. Come into your horse pose. Hold here, breathe. Stretch out your backside. Shoulders over your hips. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. You got it, little teeny pulses. Down, 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 little teeny pulses. You can do this. Maybe you've got a chair right here or your counter. Oh, having fun. Okay, all right, sink nice and low. Send the weight into the balls of your feet. Maybe, it's up to you. Hold it here and pulse. Pulse, don't let the heels come down. You're on the balls of your feet. You're pulsing your bottom down. Shoulders back a smidge. Breathe, breathe. Smile, you can do it. You're strong. Sink low, hold here. Alternate heel touchdowns. Breathe. When you're ready, 5-pointed star. Legs straighten, arms go high, wiggle out your hips, shake your neck. You did it. Foot meets foot, hands meet hands, fold forward. Look back to your knees. Come on down to your knees. Come on down to your back. Let's do bridge pose. All right, have your weights nearby. Bring your eye shade and your towel up near your shoulders. I'm going to grab a drink and make your way to bridge. You can start doing that now. Hands to prayer center, soles of the feet on the mat. Go back slowly. All right. As you go back slowly, you're in control. There's one thing you're in control of, and that is you. Take control. So many things in this world we're not in control of. Come on, don't give up. You're strong. Take it down nice and slowly. Once you get here, work your heels up more towards your bottom. Send your hips high for your bridge pose. Hold it here, arms down by your sides. Slowly roll your spine down, one vertebra at a time. Let your tailbone come down to relax. Send them on back up again. Roll your spine down. Come on down. All right, your weights are here. Here's a variation you can take. You can place your weights on your hips. Send your hips high, roll your spine down. Lift and lower in whatever variation of bridge you like. I'm going to take another variation. I'm going to lift my right leg high to the sky, drawing my right toes toward my shin, and I'm going to pulse this leg up to the sky. With the weights on your hips or not. Ooh, what a difference the weights make. Seems subtle, but it's pretty powerful. So try it with, try it without. See what you think. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Let's finish. Right leg comes down, left leg goes up. Same thing. Let's pulse the left leg up to the sky. Your right foot is strong. It's hard and pressed into the earth. You're lifting and lowering little pulses with that left leg. How are you doing? Breathe, breathe, breathe. Finish up. Both legs come down. Arms down by your sides. Just don't let the weights go too far away. Lift your hips up good and high. Stretch it out. Think of pushing your feet toward the bottom of your mat as you lift your bridge even higher. Soften in your glutes and then roll your spine down. One little vertebra at a time. All right. Keep your legs just like they are in your bridge pose. Take your weights, kind of a dumbbell chest press. Turn your weights so that they are horizontal next to your arms, and then lift and lower. Lift and lower. You're lifting weights. Think like you're on a bench. Oh, yeah, right? And you're doing a chest press here. Breathe. You're strong. Don't give up. Don't quit. All right, let's try this one. Lift your arms up high with or without the weights. And then let those weights be heavy as you bring them on up overhead. Get back into the shoulders. Bring them on back. Bring them to what feels like about an inch from the earth. And little teeny pulses here. If it doesn't feel right, don't do it. Everybody's shoulder mobility. Shoulders are almost as bizarre as knees are. All right, little teeny pulses. How does it feel? I gotta work my hands a little lower. I thought my hands were lower than they are. Little teeny pulses. All right, breathe, breathe, breathe. How are you doing with these little pulses? Let's finish. Bring the weights down by your sides. We are done with those, I promise. But sit on up, find your block,
or two. Place them at the bottom of your mat. You've got your eye shade and things up at the top, right? All right, bring your left leg onto the block on your left side. Just have it a little lifted. Bring your right leg up. Remember figure four? Kind of like a reclined tree pose here. You're going to place the outside of your right ankle onto your left extended leg. Let the right knee drop toward the earth. Arms up overhead. Backs of your hands on your mat. Tee them out like in a letter Y if you like. Think of a reclined tree. Opening up that bent knee, the right knee, opening it up toward the mat. This feels good. This I might want to do when I watch TV at night. See, there's a way to incorporate your yoga. On every commercial, get up and do your reclined tree. And there are lots of commercials. All right, send your right leg long. Do the same thing on the other side. Bend your left knee outside of the left knee onto the right thigh. Open it up. Breathe. Breathe. Lots of mobility in your hips. Oh my gosh, what did we do for mobility of hips today? We did our fire hydrant pose. We did lengthening with bird dog. We did donkey kicks. We did that horse pose. We did a lot with our hips. Hundreds, oh my goodness. Dead bug, oh, you got it going on. All right, let's finish up here. Send both feet onto your mat. Arms down by your sides. Press it on up, bridge pose. Roll the spine down, one vertebra at a time. Press on up, your core is strong. Come on up. Remove the blocks. Legs go long onto your mat. Arms go high, lift it up, fold forward. Reach your two arms forward. Reach towards your feet, your hands, your ankles. Send your gaze towards your knees, elbows hugged in. Come on up, shoulders over your hips. Nice job. Last little pose is a supine twist and then savasana. Left leg long, right knee bent, hug the right knee in. Hug it in, squeeze it in. Left toes drawn towards your shins. Circle your right ankle around and around, both directions. Hug the right knee in. Left hand guides the right knee across the midline. Roll onto your left hip. Right arm tees out. Look to the right. You could do this pose in the morning before you even get up and get out of bed. There's so many ways you can work your yoga in. Come back, both hips on the ground, knee up. Hug it in to the right armpit. Let it go. Same thing, other side. Right leg is long, drive the heel toward the bottom of the room. Left leg bends, interlace fingers, hug the left knee in. Hug it in, squeeze it in. Come on, hug it tighter. Right hand crosses the midline of the body, bringing the left knee across the midline of the body. Teeing out the left arm, looking to the left. Shoulder stays down, nice big twist. Left hip comes down, hug the right knee in. Circle the ankle here a couple ways, right, left, however you want to circle it. Left leg goes long. It is time to do our final Shavasana pose. All right, eye shade or towel really make a difference. The eye shade is especially wonderful because it's a little bit heavy, and this one has lavender in it, which I like. So, and you want to rest and relax. So cover the eyes. It makes a huge, huge difference. It doesn't seem like it would, but it really does. I only do it because I only don't do it here because it interferes with the mic. But cover your eyes. Final Shavasana your way. Maybe you do it a different way. Maybe you've discovered a different way, kind of like we did with that plank pose today. Maybe you have a different final Shavasana pose. Maybe it's on your belly. That's fine. Maybe you take it on your side, like you start in a fetal position. But all you want to do here is just slowly reintegrate your body back into the world. It's kind of a rebirth pose. Shavasana is a corpse pose, so it means dying to the old self and being reborn to something new. And that's what changes. It's letting go of the old and making space for something new. You can't discover something new if you hold on to the old. Heels at the edges of your mat, arms down by your sides, palms face up. Shoulders are into the mat and away from your ears. Come back to comfortable breathing, refreshing, comfortable breath. Eyes are closed. The area between your eyebrows is soft. Your body is moved in so many different ways. Your joints, thank you for the movement. Your body craves it. Breathe. Take a deep breath in and a deep, slow breath out. Maybe you'd like to stay here longer, so you can just mute me and stay here and breathe. Keep the thoughts at bay and just honor your body. If it's time to conclude your hour, start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Your feet did a lot in toes pose and the standing balancing pose and ankle pose. Circle your wrists and your ankles. Reach high up overhead and take that good morning stretch, the kind you do in the morning before you even get out of bed. Oh, stretch out what you've got. Exhale, bend your elbows, bend your knees, and roll into a fetal position onto one side or the other. Let it feel good just getting here. Bend your low arm and let that bicep be a pillow for your head. Soften in your top shoulder. Eyes are closed. Breathe. On your next inhale, maybe you keep your eyes closed, float on up, or use your hands, whatever, to come up to a seated position. Sit however is comfortable in your legs today. Nobody's judging you. Hands to prayer center, lengthen up through the crown of your head, shoulders over your hips, chin slightly tucked, crown of the head to the sky. Ears, bring them back even a little teeny bit more over your shoulders, because you have a good head on your shoulders. Take a big breath in. And a big breath out. Remember that sky to earth breath. You're grounded into the earth. Take a big lofty breath in, lifting the crown of your head up to the sky. And reground with that exhale. Blink your eyes open. You did it. You absolutely, positively, 100% did it, and you did a full 1-minute plank. Yeah, I'm proud of you. Modify, that's the ticket. Just move, just show up. Show up every day. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we have a private group on Facebook. It's called Friends of 316 Yoga. Ask and I'll let you in. Just take a chance. Make a choice to take a chance to change, because change feels really, really good. Stress number, what was it? What is it? You're rocking it. Have a great day, everybody. See you on your mats tomorrow. From us to you, love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, faithfulness, and self-control. Have a good day, everybody. Bye. You're just a good girl. Do you like your new bed?